Hey, good morning, everyone. Riley Foster, Foster's Custom Steel, back down in North Carolina in the welding shop. Last video I did was on the little church in West Virginia, a little building that I've been working on. They got the roof on it, as I'd showed you, and I'm so happy to get that building dried in. But as you can see, I'm back down in the shop, and boy, what a mess. The guy that helps me in my shop and kind of keeps stuff clean and takes things apart, he can't keep up with my mess. So I'm gonna let him keep going because he's learning a lot and I'm getting a lot of help. But got a lot of new fresh scrap material here, and I've got an art show coming up in a couple of months. Let's see, I think it's August. The last of August is when it starts, and it's the Come Out and Play in Farrington. Excuse me, not in Farrington, in Pittsburgh. And I'll have the, I think it's Wild Horse Run Road, but I'll have the address and all that as the year goes along. But I'm going to have, just like the Farrington show, I'm going to take an enormous amount of work out there. Normally I couldn't because I was working for the farmer's market. I no longer go to the farmer's market, and I'm really glad. I found that I was working for the farmer's market to make stuff that people wanted to buy instead of doing my artwork. And now I'm free to do my artwork and people still buy it. So one of the newer things I'm doing are the mobiles. I know you can't really see them with the backdrop of all that mess on the shelves, but they move just the lightest breeze coming through the doors, and they all start moving on the ceiling. So I'm going to have probably 30 of these out there of different shapes and sizes. You can see, I think there's about 20 of them hanging down from the ceiling now. So I'm going to have those. And as we go along, I'm going to continue to make more. That's the best part about doing artwork. The way I do it, I keep multiple projects going at one time. That's why I tell people I am ADD, but I use it to my advantage. If you can do that and have multiple projects going on, it really works out. So the dilemma is getting all of these and the large flowers and stuff I do to the show without tearing them up. Now, all of my sculptures were not painted, and I used to not worry about it, but now I use a lot of paint and a lot of colors, which is, what I kind of like it. And so they sell, which is a big plus. Yeah. So getting them to the show without tearing them all to pieces, scratching them up or bending them, I needed a way to do that. And the last time I had some old cloth I wrapped them in, and that was really good. It worked out. I didn't have enough. So I just kind of bundled them, and see, that one there is just moving ever so slightly in the breeze. And that's what you want. So yeah, that was the problem, and I have come up with a solution, and I'm going to share that with you shortly. I'm going to show you some more of the stuff I'm taking to the art show. I like that guy too, out of the bicycle reflectors. And those are automatic transmission bands. You guys that do mechanic work, y'all recognize those. And then again, the bicycle sprockets. Yeah, so we're out on the driveway Sunday morning. I think it's about 8:30, somewhere along in there. Absolutely beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you, good Lord, for what a beautiful Sunday morning. I give thanks to the Lord every day. I'm probably not the guy you want to follow as far as religion, but me and the big guy, I talk to him every day, and I appreciate all he's done for me. But these are, I'm going to try to take a whole school of windfish out there. They have a pond, and I'm going to put every one of these windfish out there at the pond, which I think would be pretty cool. And here's a couple of tables. I got to clean them off. Believe it or not, they're nice and shiny, but all that is pollen, Carolina pollen. So here's some kind of a fat bug that I made, and I'm just steadily plugging along. You can see all the way up the driveway there. There's a lot of sculptures up there. I'm not sure whether I'll take that large piece with the globe on it again. It's a pain in the keister to load up, and it's mainly just to get attention, and it does that. So, but I'm going to step inside and show you how I have solved the problem of getting these 2 art shows without scuffing them up. So when I tell you I have ADD, and again, it's okay, that's what I do. Working on these, I'm working outside to do all this landscaping. There's my tractor, doing all this landscaping, getting rid of a bunch. You can see way down there all those tree stumps and rubble and stuff where we put this mobile unit in. I had to get all that cleared out so I can, well, I don't want snakes, bugs, and critters, but I wanted to do that art show in November here. And the way to do that, if you're going to bring people out, you don't want them, well, stumbling over wood and stuff. So these are some of the beautiful, to me, I did a great job on these, I think. A desk and a chair, a couple of tables. There's some more of the outside tables. Yeah, they'll go. I love this black walnut piece here. Absolutely beautiful. The epoxy came out so good on it. I mean, it is glass finish. It literally, it makes you want to just touch it and feel it. It is just unbelievably smooth. So that's all of these projects are going on, and I'm gonna cut these lights out and show you. Pete, my helper, which, like I said, he's a kid. He's actually learning a lot, but he's a big help. But he's helping me put in these hand railings on the mobile unit. Check those out. They're gonna match the braces for the awnings. If y'all look back and see what this mobile unit looked like when we pulled it here, it was a 2-room class for a church. And I turned it into a gallery on one side, and on the other side, where I mix my epoxies and do my little sewing machine. There's some more stuff there, and all down the bottom here, we got stuff down there. We're gonna do that show down here. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be beautiful. Do it in the fall of the year after the leaves have fallen. Kind of take a blower and clean up real good, and I think it'll be great. I love this place down here. Getting ready to plant my garden. It's that time of the year. But yeah, these, I'll soften all these up and clean up the bumps and stuff so it's not rough on your hands. But old set of steps that my neighbor brought here from a house that had burnt, and they needed a place to dump all the brick and rubble and stuff. So I told him, I said, pour it here. And I use it, well, for filler and grab these steps and stuff. But yeah, the railings, they turned out really good. I'm gonna paint them gray. Well, I'm not going to. I think Pete's gonna probably paint them gray, and then I'll stain the deck and the ramp. So back to what I'm gonna do. I go to the REA store in Burlington, and I buy these rolls of fabric, and I'm gonna tell you, this is upholstery fabric. It is tough stuff. There's vinyl, leather. They have just rolls of stuff. This is wall covering. I use it for just about everything that, you know, you can dispose of it. I cover up for epoxy and stuff. But for $7, that large roll right there, $8 for that one. I think these were $5, the one I got laying over there. And there's some down there's one for $2. It's stick-on vinyl, which is really cool. But they have everything. There's Sunbrella, which I have used. You look back on my videos, I did a large 12 or 14 foot curtain, divider curtain for the mountain house. But this guy right here, what I'm doing with all these, I am sewing up moving blankets, and this stuff is tough. So I'm going to stitch all of this and make a bunch of 5 foot by 5 foot wrap blankets. I motorized this thing. You can look back at my videos and see how I did that. It's really good. But I'm not just using thread, I'm using spider wire fishing line. You guys that know spider wire, you can't break that stuff. These blankets will last, and they're going to be against metal, and it'll keep them from tearing up. So that's what I've been doing and getting ready for this show coming up. And remember, guys, like, share, and comment. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, and by the way, let me know where you're from. I'm not sending you anything. I don't need your address. I just like to know where the people are from that are watching these videos. And that way, hey, some of them, I've had guys tell me they're from Australia and New York. I think one was from Pakistan. So you never know where YouTube reaches. Hey, the best part about this is I don't have to measure this stuff. Now, I will say one thing. I do want it to run a little faster. Let's see if we can't speed that motor up just a little bit. Yeah, so that's spider wire stitching that. That's pretty good stuff. And again, you guys that have used spider wire, y'all know you can't break that stuff. I'm gonna speed that motor up a little bit more. Take just another minute and I'll show you the stitching. Yeah, so a welder that sews, how about that? And what I'll do is I'll double this over again and stitch it all the way around, but I'm gonna let you take a look at this. Check out that stitching. I tell you, you can't beat that. And that stuff knots up underneath like that. That's pretty wild. And I see I'm gonna have to tighten up the stitch, but that's okay. The next one, when I fold this over, I'll stitch it like that on top of that, and that, boy, I tell you what, that's gonna be a tough blanket. And again, it is very thick upholstery material. Yeah. So that's it from Foster's Custom Steel down here in the welding shop / sewing room / outside gallery. I'm gonna do it all. I love life. I'm gonna keep on going as long as I can. You guys, hey, remember to give thanks and have a great day.